yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, lads. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
forward, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make see what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The other crashing right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Greetings everybody, and welcome to our Sunday stream. We're here in Dublin. A little bit of a change from our usual. Let me just turn the old sound down here. A little bit of a change as Karen Clink's away. We're kind of paused to the world tour. He needs a break, 2 weeks holidays, so it'll be next Sunday as well. But yeah, I'm on. We're in Dublin, and we're going to. Oh, Producer Buttons is looking very chirpy there. Bear with me, and we'll get a treat for Producer Buttons. Producer Buttons, I snuck in a treat. Good, Producer Buttons. Now Producer Buttons will continue her work. Please see to the sound, Producer Buttons. We're in Dublin, and we're going to Glasgow. And then we're going to go from Glasgow, hopefully, putting stuff up the turnaround, to Leeds, Bradford, in the UK. In England. So great. I hope you're all having a good week. The weather, I'll just read the comments here. In fact, I'll get the YouTube up here. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot there. Copy G is to get the old YouTube. Sorry about this transition here. Hopefully you didn't notice that. Well, what are you going to do? So let's get up the old comments here. And I'm going to start with Twitch first on the comments. There we go. The comments are both there. Move that window up here. I've got two windows from my right to my left, you see. Okay, so first of all, Davo, greetings to you. He says, morning all. So it's raining in Ireland, who would have thought? And in the UK, I think, as well. The weather this July has been, for flying, there's been very bizarre weather this July. It's like winter, but with the warmth. It's never rained so much in what I can remember. So it's quite rainy, lots of fronts coming through Ireland, just like in the winter time, one after the other. So it's kind of, today's actually not too bad, but it's very, very, very changeable at the moment. Heavy rain, dark skies, sun comes out, then it comes and goes all the time. So yeah, we're having. I chose Dublin because I hope there'll be bad weather, but hopefully we'll see when we get to Glasgow. Nighthawk, hello everybody. Gripper Sim, Colonel Clink, and Producer Buttons. Tritz 4 is with us as well. He's the same Gripper Buttons, Colonel Clink, and Navigator. How are you all? Another Sunday, isn't it great? Looking forward to the fun tonight. Yeah, it's. I'm going to explain to you now because some of you may not want to do the jets. You can still do General Aviation and follow along, or GA for short. Alex Beast is with us. He says, hey, Gripper Buttons, hope Colonel Clink and Navigator are having a great vacation in Germany. Yeah, he's gone to vacation in Germany now for 2 weeks. What will we do? Tritz 4 says, my wife wants to know where Buttons' camera is these days. Yeah, I should really get a special camera for Buttons, but you can see her there on the lower right hand side there. Chirpily, hopefully that I have something she can munch on. So there's, sometimes that camera just doesn't work. Actually, I had to reboot the machine a few times to get it working. I don't know what's going on. So Buttons cam is here. I'd love to get another camera one day. She's after all. She is the star of the show, sisters. She is. I can twist the camera. If I close the door. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's moved her bed. She's gone out the door now. But look, we'll see Producer Buttons. Don't you worry. We'll get a special camera for Producer Buttons. That would be a good idea. So get this camera so you can see the controls. Yes, I'm wearing my jammy jams. Too right I am. So you can see my controls down here. Not really. Okay, will that do? No, yes, I'm wearing. It's Sunday. You all wear jammy jams when we're simming. That's prerequisite. I'll have treats. Tony C is with us. Primigi is with us. Hey, how are you? Very windy in Scotland today. Says it seems to have calmed down now. Yes, Scotland's going to get it. It certainly is. Stewarter, 1973 is with us this evening. Not been here for ages. Well, once about 2 years ago. Yes, Stewarter, I remember you. I remember your comments as well. No, not a lot is with us. Davos then says, it even rained here a bit. We don't get rain in winter here in the tropics. because these are the topics. Twitch says hi. Hi Midgie, are you a friend? Oh, you're talking amongst yourself. You're saying hello to each other. Great. Alex Lee says, welcome back. It was probably my first time joining Gripper and Gang 2 years ago this week. Oh wow, it's 2 years now. Alex Please, wow. Good to have you on. And YouTube then. That's what we got on YouTube. We have, H20LCF. Greetings. He says, can me and my friends intercept you with fighters? It'll be fun. Of course you can. You can give us a follow along. Absolutely. H20LCF. Follow along with all your friends. Absolutely. Will.I.am 1972, greetings. No flying along with you today. I have to work. See you next Sunday. Okay, Will.I.am, no worries. No worries. I clap you these with this as well to remind me to do things. Sound gone after stream glitch. Okay, so sound is gone on Twitch. I'm gonna have to type this in. Twitch keeps doing this to me. It keeps doing this for some reason. You have to shut down your browser completely and restart it. So I'll just type this down. Twitch is, I just want to quickly tap it. It's back now. Okay. So Twitch, just restart your screen there. Oh, it's just gone behind the cables. It's going to be busy, folks. Sergio is with us. He says, me and my friends is bad English. Try my friends and I. No worries, Sergio. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we are in Dublin. And what we're going to do is you can follow a straight line direct if you want. It's not going to be quite direct because I'm going to do the real world kind of flight planning kind of thing. But I'll give you the flight plan if you're any way interested in doing real world flight planning. So just you're just loading the computer really. So you can follow along and have a look if you're curious of how it works. It's actually not as hard as you think. It's not hard. It's just you just don't know. Do you know? So let's tag up and say hello to everybody who's following along. You got loads of time because it does take. Because there it is. There we go. There's Brandon. There's your mama. There's 23 Sierra, Johnny 3, P7SS OFF. So I don't think he's with us. Ace Paul Byrne. Greetings, Paul. Marshy. Some of these are just people in Dublin flying around. Nighthawk, Noob Drop, Scurvy, Ivy. I don't think he's one of ours. There's Davo. There's Falcon. There's ARH64CDN. Can I see any? There's B&B Barris up there. Who else have we got? That's all for the moment. I know you'll all pop in as time goes on. So let's get this aircraft started. But first, let's get our flight plan in. So, simply, I'm going to put this into the. I'll pin this in the system. Okay. So, simbrief.com. Wait account. It's very simple. Once you get in, you go to new flight, and we are going from Dublin to Glasgow, which is Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot. Let's double check that. Papa Foxtrot. Good, because I got it wrong once and we went to the wrong place. Yes, we did. Let's get some background music going on here, folks, shall we? Let's get some background music. Come on. Why is that not working? Come on. There it is. Okay, just do it. Let's get the music started. This is kind of like one of our Wednesday streams, folks, today. There we go. If the music is too loud, let me know. Okay. So, aircraft type, Airbus A320. And of course, it very cleverly detects the Fenix. Fenix. There we go. Why would the sound always be iffy on Twitch? Spoils the stream. I know it's infuriating me. I don't know what. I tried to look into it. I couldn't find out. I just don't know why it does that. Okay, so select. That's all you have to do. Just select the air. You can change the time of departures and alternates and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to generate that flight now. And generate the flight. She's snooping at my pockets here. Look, she's putting her nose in my pocket. Just very ever so gently, because she thinks there's more things in my pocket. Sorry, but there's no more. Go to bed. Good talk. Let's go to the PDF. So that's it. That's going to load it to the aircraft. Here's our PDF. I know it looks very scary, but all you need is this. Where are you? This is all we need. That is all. Now I'm going to type this in and put this in the chat for you. So at least you've got the waypoints. So it'll fly and it won't go away. And I'm going to pin the actual flight plan into the chat as well. So you can have a look. Boom, there it is on YouTube, and I'm going to pin it. Stop that. What? Message. All this text time. Producer buttons. You should be doing all of this. And you're not producer buttons. It's very bold. Do you know this is what a producer should be doing? Producer buttons. There we go. Everything's pinned there for you up the top of the stream, folks. Of the chats on YouTube. Okay, so now I've got to write some stuff down. So, this is the guts of it here. We're departing Dublin runway 28 right. I'm going to do this as properly as I can, as good as I can. 28 right. And we're going to depart on the SID Romeo Oscar Tango Echo Victor 3 Juliet. We're going to arrive into Glasgow at Bravo Lima Alpha Charlie Alpha 1 Golf. So this is our SID and our star here. So our standard arrival departure, standard instrument departure and standard arrival. And these are our waypoints and airways. We're going to arrive into Glasgow with runway 23. I'm going to write that down as well. I'm using a pencil this time. Pen's going to be a pain in the neck. There's all our fuel and whatnot. Our level is 25,000 feet there. You see a level there, flight level. Flight level 25. Just these little things, it's nice to write them down. Okay, that is it for now. Oh, just it's getting dark. I better hurry. I want to get the golden hour. We might have to change the time a little bit. Okay, folks, we're inside the cockpit now. Good talk. Just settle down. Okay, batteries. Let's follow the checklist. Okay, so download the charts and load times. Let's that's fine. Check the weather. Yeah, who cares? Load packs of cargo fuel. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, parking brake is set on. Let's just check my physical controls. Yeah, that's all good. The tents are there. Both engines should be in the off position. Gear is in the down position, and everything else is good. You'll notice I'm on the right side. It actually makes it very difficult to switch from the left to the right. It's quite interesting. A smaller aircraft is fine, but in these it's a little bit different. Okay, battery 1 and 2. Let's get those on. There we go. Let's get the ground power as well. And let's get the APU started. You see, I'm hunting now because I'm sitting the other side. And I haven't got used to it. I've done a few flights like this. About 3 seconds. Let's start the APU and let's get the gyros aligned for navigation. You see, it does take me a while, doesn't it? Where are those switches? Oh, they're right back here. Oh, dear. Where? I just can't put my eyes on it. There it is. I switch them on. Switch them off again. And straight back on. That's not a real world thing. It just loads. You don't have to wait the 9 minutes or so for the gyros to align. Good. So we got power and everything's aligned. Good. Parking brake chocks removed. Let's remove the chocks. Well, we'll leave those for the moment. We've got a bit of work to do. Thrust fine. Batteries are on. Generator switches are on. External power is on. ADRS set to nav, which we've done, and it's aligned. The nav lights come to on. On with the nav lights. It's going to take me a long time to get adjusted to this side. Nav lights, nav and logo, please. I'll have that. The beacon light should be on now. That's it. Landing gear lever is down. I checked that. Flaps are up. Spoilers are retracted. Fuel quantity, that's fine. Fast safety belts, no smoke design. Let's go to the flight plan now. So I go straight into an it. Request an it. This might be a bit boring for some of you. Or more interesting for others. So that's downloading that from Simbrief. Flight number, we'll put in 01. And we'll put a cost index of 6 in there. 25,000 flight, 2250 for the flight level. That temperature looks about right. Great, let's download the wind. Request the winds. Takes a while. It does take a little bit. There we go, we got the winds, next phase. That's good. Let's go back to init now. That is all aligned, that's fine. Now let's go to our flight plan. In fact, we need the mass and balance, folks, is what we do need. I want to go to next page here. There we go. Let's get our mass and balance. So, on the iPad, to get our mass and balance, we are going to go to my flight and download everything from Simbrief. Tap to import. There we go. We'll go to the weather. Q&H 1009. I hit the B button. The keyboard, it'll give me the Q&H 1009 once, twice, and thrice. There we go. Now let's get our mass and balance. So, let's load the aircraft instantly. 149 passengers. Good, good, good. So, our zero fuel weight, I'm going to write that down, is 58.3. I round that up. That is the gate moving away, because we boarded. Oh, it's been chirping there, see? Very good. And our C of G is 31.0. Let's put that into the computer. 58.3, 58.3 slash keep the format 31.0, 30.0. Boom. Fuel, we're going to take the fuel, that'll take the fuel from Simbrief. That includes all the legalities, so you have to have fuel for your alternates, confirm, all your holding, etc., etc., etc. And that's 2.3. There. I'm just clearing all these older messages here. Thank you. Now that we have our weights done, we also want to put in our flight plan. So again, I'm going to go into flight plan. As we're in Dublin, and we're going to do our departure. So we're going to insert our departure here. And I said it was runway 28 right. Next page. 28 right. And we want the Rotav 3 Juliet departure, whatever that is. So I'm going to scroll down. Up is down for some reason, I don't know why. I'm looking for the oars here. That will be this. That will be the one. Romeo, Oscar, Tango, Echo, Stop the Victor, and 3 Juliet. That's it. That's the departure. Insert. Then we want to get our arrival. That's all done. Arrival in here. Boom. Go to arrival. We want to come in on runway 23. ILS 23, thank you. The arrival is Black 1 Golf. Black 1 Golf. Nope, go too far. This one. Brava Lima Alpha Charlie 1 Golf. Well, in you go. Insert. Great, now let's check that. Let's check that, make sure that's all good. So up here I'm going to go to plan mode. And here we go. I'll zoom in so you can see. Let's see. There we go. So I'm going to hit the down button, which is next. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Up button, excuse me. There we go. That's all good. All the dots are joining. That's what we want. We don't want any discontinuities. All the way to Glasgow. We're going to the north. That makes sense. There we go. And there's a turn. Nice long final. I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to go back from plan mode to arc mode. So that's all good. That's all in. Now we need to do our departure. So our departure is in performance and get our V-speeds. So we have our runway in. To get our V-speeds out, we're going to go over to the tablet. Takes a while, doesn't it? It's a little bit involved. Departure. Now, when you're chatting there on the the chat. Don't worry, there's going to be loads of time for me to look at those comments, so we can have a nice chat. Good. Oh, we got a new follower. Charlie 4 Mike 3 round, it looks like. That's obviously a clever acronym there. I'm going to call you Charlie 4 for now, unless you tell me. Charlie 4 Mike 3 Romeo Oscar November X-Ray Delta. So I'll call it C4. C4, welcome. I hope you're obviously enjoying it. Good. I hope you're learning something. So V-speeds. I glance over here just to see if you have a quick question that you want me to answer. Great. Okay. So let's load. No. That's not the right runway. Is that right? Surface is dry. Load that. Flap config. I'm gonna have flaps 1. Force toga, no. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be on, and then we can get the weather in. Calculate that. That will calculate. It takes into account the length of the runway, the weather, everything. So V1 is our safety speed. That was off X-Drago has followed. Off, greetings. Off X-Drago. Welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. So 140, 140, 143. See, I'm turning the wrong way because I was in the other seat. 140. Actually, I'm going to go 140. Okay, let's just do what it says. And 143. 140. Let's go 147. Okay, with the V2 speeds there. I think you add 5 and whatnot for that kind of stuff. But look, we're going to take up flaps 1. We need our trim now. So our trim is here. So we're going to take off flex to temp. So 68 flaps down to here. So 68. So we're not going to use full power takeoff. 68. Thank you. Flaps 1 down 0. Was it 2? Yes. I enter that in. Ah, come on. Boom. Done. Excellent. So that's the busy work done, pretty much. Let's move on and let's keep rocking and rolling and get this show on the road. Okay, so transponder is on standby. Yes, it is. And there's the TCAS there. That's on standby. And transponder's on standby. Beacon lights are on because I remember putting them on. Emergency exit lights for the old stewardess there. You're here. Arm. And let's get our chatting, shall we?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen,
Party briefing.
and welcome to this mostly
Party briefing's happening. Doors closed and locked.
Flight.
Let's get all the stuff and things away. APU's already on.
Fasten your seatbelt and
APU
stow
bleed.
your
We
loud
want
babies
APU bleed
in
to
the
start the
overhead
engine.
soundproof
APU bleed.
lockers.
That.
Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that
I
you
remember
are
it now because it's right up from the
in your
APU.
upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal
APU
electronic
on.
devices,
Right.
including
Engine area
laptops,
clear.
cell phones,
And
and
fuel pump
powered
switches.
sexual implements are powered off.
Are to be on.
Smoking is prohibited
okay.
throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to
load
ensure
selector.
that you are
Engine start.
intoxicated. Levels are
Now we want
high.
to backtrack
For
first.
these of
Okay,
you
let's
who are feeling
get all the
uneasy,
doors and stuff.
alcohol is
Everything
provided
closed
to
here.
ensure your
Just out of
personal intoxication and
So we need pushback
dehydration
now.
on arrival.
So let's
Those
disconnect
of
everything.
you who
Go
are
to
mentally
ground surfaces.
compromised will also be offered alcohol. But smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing
Oops.
Gripper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Excellent. And let us get pushback. Now, there's a few ways of doing this. I'm going to use ground surfaces here on my little pad. Connect the tug here. Now, I got to think about which way we're going to tax, which way the airplane will be facing. It's going to get very dark very quickly. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to just get a bit earlier there, so we arrive at the golden hour, okay? So I want the tail facing down that way. So tail to the right, if that makes sense. Which probably doesn't. So tail to the right. Start the pushback. Take the brakes off. There we go. That's the tail facing up there. And we can start engine number 1. Ignition to start, or engine number 2. Let's start. And we should get indications here. We've got N2 going. And that's moving up. And let's start turning the tail. There we go. Now, the big thing is, it's a big mystery to me, is how you find your way around the taxi areas. I'm going to use Navigaph. I'm going to use Navigaph, folks. And I'll show you now what I'm doing in a second. Okay, that's enough of you. Stop. Stop. There we go. That'll do. That's what I want. And there goes the bus. Happy days. Davo can't see me. Yeah, it does take a while, folks. Right? It does take a while for you for the actual. Remember, on the North European server, as always, the tags to show up. You know, it may take. It's working for me right away there. Like just on and off. Sometimes it takes a while for them to come in. You know, your guess is as good as mine. It's all over the place, really. Okay, so the taxiing. Engine number 1 is available. Engine number 2, should I say. Now let's get engine number 1 on. I just wanted to get those angry dogs in there, folks. You know. Come on. Oh dear. What's happening here? There we go. So my view back. Good. Engine number 2 now is kicking off. Or engine number 1. Let's zoom in here and get an idea of what's happening here. Zoom. 10 miles to do for now. Okay, so how do you find your way to runway 28? Right. Well, Navigaph. You gotta pay for it 10 euros a month or so. That's what I use. Taxi. It's one of these here. Will actually show you the moving map. And I always have trouble. I have to go through each one of them. Let's start at the bottom here. Nope. Oh, I need this. Why aren't you doing your job? There he is. There I am. Now, I have a moving map. So, to our right actually is over here. So, we're going to have to taxi all the way across the link. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down there says Neptune and taxi back that way. So, that's what I'm going to use to taxi back. So, a little bit of taxi. Brakes are off now. Both engines are started. Engine starter is gone to normal mode here. We've got the beacon light on. Let's get the taxi light on. Engines are started. We don't need the master anymore. I'm just doing this by memory now. Smoking and safety belt signs on, as it should be. Strobe stays off. Let's not bind people on the ground. So let's go to the checklist. DI's transponder, check that. Beacon lights, yeah. Emergency lights. Flight management computer is done. Departure briefing is done. Doors are closed. APU started all the engines. Good. Mode selector switched back. Probe heat is to auto. Where's the icing? See, it's all backwards. It's like it's all backwards. It's bizarre sitting in the other seat. Where's the icing? It's right in front of me there. There it is. There's the anti-icing. So there it is. Probe heat is auto. Good. No indications there. Heading indicators. That's fine. Let's get the old standby instruments. I like these actual physical standby instruments in aircraft. Let's make sure we have our altitude set. Transition is 5,000 feet. So we're going to go up to 24 straight away. It will stop on the constraints. 25,000 feet. Standby instruments are good. Radios and avionics are using autopilot. Don't activate. Flight director is on once and twice. Auto brake is to the max. That's for, we should be doing this as we're taxiing. Let's do that while we're taxiing. I'll do my best. I don't want to go off the side of the runway, plainly. Okay? Good. Nighthawk says there's probably there is a lot of aircraft here actually. It only shows 20 at a time, as far as I'm aware. Do you know what I mean? It shows 20 aircraft at a time. That's why you can't see me, which is a bit of a bummer. Because if I'm your friend, Like, don't forget that within Microsoft Flight Simulator, not Xbox, you can friend me and I'll always accept that. You should see your friends, certainly, and who cares about people you don't know? You know what I mean? So do friend me and I'll accept it. Now let's get back into the yellow brick road here. That aircraft is parked not in a very good area. So here we go. Excellent. So we're going to go down through all the terminals. I know some of you are taking off the main runway, but we're going to do it realistically as we can today, which is great. Look at that scenery. Dublin, this is Dublin version 2. Very, very good scenery. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We're going to go all the way down here. There's link 2 and link 2. Good. Excellente. I've got the real world traffic on, which is nice, as well as everybody else. Yeah, Tritz, I know, Tritz, you know, you would be in the air by now, yeah, if we were doing GA, I understand. I just thought I'd mix it up a bit the Sunday with the actual procedures of the jet itself, you know, starting the Airbus and stuff. Some people like that, you know, some people not necessarily, but I can't please everybody all the time. But I know what you're saying, Tritz. It does take a half an hour to start the thing, doesn't it? We're going to start the flight recorder now for our landings. But point taken, Tritz, because it is usually Sundays it is GA. I certainly, you're absolutely right. You know, and we'll go back to that. Maybe next week we'll go back to the GA, okay? I'll come up with a flight plan. For sure. Airliners are a bit of a science. It's fun once you get to know the bare minimums, which I know. It is actually very good. It is interesting, weirdly enough, because it's stuff to do. You can make mistakes, even though it is an Airbus. Okay, so Pro Pete, standby, it's radios, avionics fine, autopilots, all flight director, autopilot, elevator trim. Let's get our elevator trim down too. There it is. Down 2. I'm gonna keep an eye out so don't get lost. Yeah, we'll go straight ahead. I'm not really following those lines now. I'm not too sure which one to follow. We're good. Taxi lights are already on. Park rate, yeah. Set altitude to set. Takeoff config. Let's just check the takeoff config. A few little things. We want our predictor wind shear. Everything's good. Predictor wind shear is here. It's not actual working here on the sim yet. As you can see, it's dangerous to be taxiing and looking away at the same time, isn't it? So let's have a look at the takeoff config there. Auto brake max. Yeah, let's put the auto brake to max. Auto brake's on max. Flaps set to take off. Let's keep moving. We're going down this way. There's some aircraft departing. That is a new subscriber. Oh wow. A resubscribed. That was that's Stuarter has resubscribed Prime now for 2 months. Thank you very much. He says no idea what this is, but it keeps coming up. Sub. I'm not doing it in there. Or is that sub? I have no idea what this is, but it keeps coming up. What does that mean? What do you mean, Stuart? What's coming up there? What's happening? Let me know. Flaps to set for takeoff. There we go. And we're going to be ready to go now in a second. Now we've got a bit to do. We're going to halt here, get the aircraft ready for departure, and we're going to go. So it does take a while. We're streaming now for 40 minutes. We had 5-6 minutes on the introductory, so 35 minutes. So about 30 minutes to get the aircraft moving, really. Properly. Planned by the checklist. You know. So what have we got here? We've got everything good. Let's get the constraints off. Yep, I have that. There's one waiting there. I'm going to go through him. Actually, I'll wait here. If you're with us there, the aircraft ahead, just tag up there. We'll see. I'll leave the tags off at the moment. I'll say hello to everybody in the way because there's a lot of people there. I'm going to come to a halt here. If you are with us there, the aircraft ahead, you can go. No, we wait. Unless there's someone coming in here. Oh. Okay, so for the takeoff. Let's get our landing lights on. Come on. Thank you. Take off. When we turn off lights, we leave those off. We put the strobe on. Please switch for me. Come on. Come on, guys. There we go. We put the wing light on just for shits and giggles. We got all the other stuff on. Put some dome lights in here. Light up the hood. And yeah, he's going to go there now. Strobe lights, PWH, good. PWH on standby. I'm going to put the TCAS into standby. Sorry, onto TA only, and the transponder is now on. De-ice transponder, chrono takeoff. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Adding some power. I think that is that's Stuarter. Great Stuarter. You're on the A320 as well. You can go, Stuarter. You have permission to take off. Will we wait for Stuarter? Well done, Stuarter. Everyone's waiting for the other runway. Let's go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up, put the power to 50%, hit the chrono first though, chrono, timer. At 1500 feet, I'm going to take the power back to climb, but it's flex takeoff though, so I don't have full power. Flex takeoff, then power at 1500 feet back to climb, setting it's actually to tent. And then autopilot on. Okay, folks, let's rock and roll and get this thing out of here. Right, so 50%. Let's get my seat position correct here. Engine power to 50%. They do that to make sure that both engines are stable. I'm going to start. You don't want one engine kicking off before the other, do you? Excellent. 50% and power to flex. So flex 68. It's blue. SRS is climb. Runway is nav. And the flight director auto throttle is blue. Get on the center line there, please. 100 knots now. Decluttering. There we go. V1. Rotate. And up we go. A little bit of a crosswind. Lots of rate of climb. You're up. There we go. 15 degrees. 15 degrees. No more than that, please. There we go. I'm looking at the flight director now. Happy days. I'm going to go more than 50. I'm going to accelerate to take the flaps up. I'll put the autopilot on now so we can have a look outside. Autopilot 2 is on. And we're coming up to 1500 feet. I'm going to take the power back to climb now. Or flaps up first, I think. And I'll take it back to climb. Power set to climb. And there's some viewage, folks. There's the runway. Why is he turning that direction? No, it's just, okay, that's fine. So, after takeoff checks, let's just do a quick one. So gear is up, no lights. Flaps are up. We don't need the taxi light. We do not need, when we turn off, lights are off. Not off here. Strobe light will stay on. And disarm the brakes are off, auto brakes are off, or disarmed. And we're on our way, folks. Let's get the checklist out. Let's get the checklist out and then have a chit chat. Right, takeoff thrust, yeah, we did that. Brakes, yeah, we took off. That's telling us what we did, we took off. After takeoff, climb out checklist, thrust levers at the climb to tent. Let's make sure they are at the climb to tent. Yes, they're at the climb to tent, which is here. See, that's it, little tent, it clicks into it, it's great. Autopilot 1, we'll put on autopilot 2 now. Autopilot 2's on. Taxi lights are off. Let's just switch those off. Altimeter, let's get to standard now, we're passing 5,000 feet. QNH to standard. Once. Twice. 250 knots. We're 250 just below. We're 210 knots here now with a constraint, I would imagine. We can't go above flight level 90. ATC is good. Landing lights off. That's past 10,000 feet. Okay, good. There you go, folks. We're out. We're out. Let's have a look and see everybody. Nice rainbow. That's exactly what the weather's been like in Dublin all day. Not as bad as I would have thought. A lot of showers. Do you know, a lot of showers. Constant showers. It's very changeable weather. Clouds are low, then high. So there's no real flying today. Smaller airplanes. So let's take the cameras off and get some eye candy. In a moment. There we go. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look at the comments first. So yeah, I took a bit of a risk there. If you're in GA and you're not very pleased, let me know, because I won't do this next week. That's the case. I saved this kind of stream for midweek. You know. Now I know I haven't been on midweek because Wednesdays, as I said, I put it in the Discord there. It'll be stop and go. You know, it's kind of stop and go, because what happens to me is someone books in to work. You know, and then that's the end of that. You know, which is, what can I do? It's summertime now. It'll be busier now with regards to streaming in the winter. Sunday is the big one, isn't it? Big part, big stream. Main stream. Let's have a look. Nice view, sisters. Nighthawk says it's better to set TCAS to TA only, and you're absolutely right, because what I did, if you have it, where is he? On TA or A, it'll not just advise you, but it'll actually climb or descend the aircraft. Now sometimes I'm coming into final, and there's an aircraft in front of me. It's a simulator, and I want to land, not go around. So I just kind of go fly through the airplane, if you know what I mean, because there's no collision protection. Because there'll always be something in front of you, because there's a lot of air class flying about. So anyway, if there's one in front of me, the TCAS will actually climb, you know, it'll actually operate the aircraft, it'll climb or descend effectively without me asking it to. It's trying to avoid colliding with another aircraft, which is really very clever, because in the old days, I believe, the assistant would say climb, right, and the pilot would ignore it. You've got to obey the computer, because both aircraft have made their decision. Do you know? That's how that works. Let's do that a bit so we can see. We're on track. We're crashing the IRC now. Let's see if beeps come behind us. Let's tag up. So we are recording, Clappy D. Baz is with us on YouTube. Baz AL60. I'm late with the M8. Oh, you'll be here. I can't see anyone following me though. Please subscribe if you feel like, if you're enjoying the screen, folks. So thank you, Stuart, for subscribing. Appreciate it big time. We appreciate it. He says, no idea what this is, but it keeps coming up sub. Just being fastidious. Or okay. Stuart is just saying, just use my Prime sub. I'm never usually on Twitch. Family stuff usually gets in the way on Sunday, so. I think you're with me, folks. You are, because there's an airplane there. So see, it's just showing the tracks. That's all. Now, if you are flying the TBM, tell me to slow down and I will. So we're going at 300 knots now at the moment. Passing 15,000 feet. We just fits here, you know. Speed limit was exceeded momentarily there for some reason. Probably, maybe because I was too late taking the throttle back to climb thrust. Do you know? It's saying there, but only momentarily. turnaround would be quicker on the ground. We'll probably have to brake, you know. There's the boys there. Look, there's everybody there. Look, there's Stuarter, 23 Sierra. Davo was with us. The C700, nice choice. Is the music a bit low? I'll turn the music a tad, folks. Let me know if it's too loud. It's at 20 now. If that's too loud, let me know. Let's have a look, see how many miles we gotta go. I'm gonna go into flight plan. We've got 159 miles to go. So that white line there is top of descent. Top of climb, excuse me, top of climb. If I zoom out more. There's the whole flight. Then we start descending here over the RC. You see, look, there's the coast of England already. You know, we're going fast. I increase the speed to catch up. Well, actually, I don't want to break any rules either, do I? Just keep it at that at the moment. Fuel. Oh, I've got 4,540 kilograms on board. Quite a significant amount. We're fat, dumb and happy now, folks. There's Baza. Just gonna read some of the comments. Oh, we got another follower. Oh wow, it's a busy day today for followers. This is great. LCFC Dog. Now that's a clever one. LC Dog. Can I call you LC Dog unless you tell me otherwise in the chat how to pronounce it? Because I know these are clever acronyms or stuff. LC Dog, greetings and welcome. And we're on the North European server. You can join us and fly along. Do you know? I leave the tags on there, y'all. There's everybody. Nighthawk says, barely time to have a coffee. It is. It's a short flight, isn't it? The one from Dublin to Liverpool is even, shorter. So I'm glad I learned how to fly this. It did take a bit of effort. You know, you're watching lots of videos. Go on, the cameras here. You're watching lots of videos, and for a while. I put her bed there, so you can see. See if she comes in. So yeah, it takes a bit of looking videos and stuff like that on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials for beginners, and it's interesting, you know. North European server. That's where, and there's B&B Barris. We got an escort, folks. We got FA18. There he is. Nice one, B&B. You come alongside us now. There's Stuarter, 23CR, Davo, ARH64CDN. Let's see what else we can see. There's Baza over that side there. Behind, there's Flying Michi catching up with us now. No, not a lot. There's someone in the Vision Jet. I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's MC there. Let's see. MC42 Icarus. There might be some new folks with us today, folks, you know. There's Falcon Wild Titan Nightfall. Lord Verod. I don't think Peter Penn is with us. I don't know. Looks like he is. We do have some new peeps, you know, which is great. Nice livery. This is apparently a livery of the actual aircraft. That's an actual registration, apparently. You get that in flightsim.to. It's kind of interesting because if I hop inside now, What buttons? She wants a treat. Okay, buttons. I'm gonna have to give her a treat because she's threatening, and now she can't really get at the cables, but she's kind of down by the rudder pedals. See it here. Look, you see that coming down? See her? Sorry, she's there. Hiding. You see that? No, it's too dark. I can just see her eyes lighting up. So I'm gonna get Buttons a quick treat. Would you like a treat, Buttons? Okay, I better do that. She's getting a bit restless. We gotta keep her appeased, folks. Now, Buttons, if you do me a favour, be quiet, be a good dog. Don't cross here. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Good to see you. Yeah, just Buttons. If you would please sort everything out, just Buttons. There you go. Now we're back. We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while left each two now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Now I've got to get ready for our arrival. Going to get busy now, folks. And I know I'm behind. Let's set our altitude. Are we at our cruise altitude yet? We're at 25,000 feet. I'm just going to put it down a bit for now. Oh, no. I'll put it down to 3 for the moment. Let's get ready for our arrival. Let's get Navigaph charts out. Let's get our airport here. We are going to Glasgow, as previously stated. And we want to come into runway 23. So, Echo Golf, Papa Foxtrot. No treats. No treats. Okay. It's hard work managing the producer and the whole thing. Come on. Where are we? There we go. Approach. We are coming into the back. I'll just choose one of these here. It'll give me enough information for the moment. But we want runway 23. Right, frequency. Okay, so we're going to come down to our base of 2,900 feet. Let's move this across here. 2,900. I wasn't far off, was I? Top button for hundreds. Good. We're descending already. We're slowing down to descend. Oh, what's going on here? I didn't set to descent. Okay, I'm going to start descending now. So in order to descend, push in. I'm a little bit late. That's okay. Let's get that going. Now we got to get a lot of work done here. We need more drag. And so more drag. I'm going to be a little bit behind now today because tough one. Minimums. Let's get our performance here. Approach QNH is going to be, let's check the weather. I've done this for a while, there's a lot to be done. I'm a little bit behind now. Fenix, come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. No, that's not what I want. Is it? My flight I want. That's the weather in Glasgow, please. 1005. That's set there. 1005. Temperature is 13 degrees. Only. 13 degrees. I'm a bit behind now. I can feel it. The winds, it's put in there, great. It's 249 knots it's giving me there. 246 at 8, we'll keep it there. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Approach speed is 136. I'll go 140, please. For the approach speed, we want full flaps, that's fine. That's all entered. Let's clear that message. And that's all good. We have $89 miles to go. 88 now. So we're making our approach now. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering boarding shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors.
we're on track. We're on track. We're on profile. Everything's working out very well.
Consider joining in
I've got
order
a good
to
speech.
secure our adventures fair into the future. Thank you.
Very nice. Good. Let's go to check this then. Who's checklist? Engine is supposed to be did that. Fuel quantity is good. Radio is good. Autopilot set and tested. Okay. Speed brake's still on. Let's take the speed brake off now. Light is required. We should have retracted these, but we didn't. We left them on. See, that's why I have 2 people on board. Don't need the AV, please. Radios set, de-ice, top set required, descent speed, yeah, that's fine. Transition, okay, so we're caught up there. So we got to transition to 10,000 feet. Really, I think that's when you put the belts off, but we'll just get that out of the way. And let's get some scenery in. So we've got 80 odd miles to go. There's the Scottish countryside, folks. This is the bit where things go bad, because let me show you here. You gotta be, you gotta be 2,900 feet coming in, and you have to you gotta have approach phase on, then you gotta hit the approach button, so it'll actually come down the ILS. And the last time I flew this, I forgot to press that. I had to do it manually, which is no big deal. But it just goes straight over if you don't have everything right. Approach course 228 and frequency is 110.1. Let's check that. So for that we go to RadNav. 110.1 is correct. Identifier is the identifier is IE0 India Oscar Oscar. That's correct. Approach course is 228. That's fine. So that's good. It does that automatically in this version anyway, which is interesting. That's all fine. Minimums. Let's get our minimums. You want to call out minimums, and minimums here is we're doing a manual, so I'll take 221 feet. Cat 1, 221 feet. So 221 feet goes in there. 221 in the barrel. Good. The minimums are set, so it'll say when we get to 221 feet on the Q&H, it'll say minimums, and that's the point. If you can't see the runway, you go around. So let's have a look at the weather then. It looks fine. I'm disappointed a little bit. This is real live weather now, right? So it's Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot, which is Glasgow. Issued at the 16th at 2020 Zulu, auto-generated weather. The wind is 248.9 knots, 10 km more visibility, few clouds at 2,900 feet, temperature is 13, dew point is 2, QNH 1005. That's the weather. So it's fine. And we're in profile. Okay, things are going to happen. So when am I going to activate approach phase? So stop asking me here, which is bizarre. It usually asks you. There it goes. Activate approach phase. So we wait for that. That'll slow everything down. For sure. Flying over my home time town, says Flying BG. Stuart says you can select approach phase manually or let the plane do it. It should go to autopilot on the little D and the magenta line. Yes. I get it to intercept, then I do it manually. I do the landing manually itself. David said I switched the server off and back on again. I can still only see 4 of you. Yeah, it's been doing that to me as well. You know. Let's have a look at YouTube there. Copy the aspect to the recorder there. Baza AL60 says, I'm flying the CJ4 today. I have bought CJ4 and the TBM 930 for FS Economy, both base and... Okay, bought some airports. Okay, cool. He says, are we heading to Glasgow? Yes, we're landing in Glasgow. We're going to go to a gate and take a quick 5-minute break. So you can get your treats and a cup of tea, and then we're going to head to Leeds Bradford. How about that? I was hoping that's why I chose England. I was hoping the weather would be poor, the visibility would be poor, because it's nothing like flying it manually. It's a big risk, you know, flying it manually and seeing if you get it on the nail. You know, it's lovely to come out of those clouds at like 50 feet above the ground or something. You know, it's just a challenge for me more than anything else. We get some lightage in here. Let's get some lightage. I'll turn it up. Those lights up. Those lights up. Those lights up. Let's put these lights up. So we're all good. Let's get a bit of evening time going here, folks. Not that, yeah. Just that golden air. Now we're almost on the golden air now. There's Falcon. Oh, yuppie. He's right beside the server. So yeah, you can follow along, everybody. There was someone there saying earlier on, can we follow along? Yeah, absolutely. You can bring your friends. Alex B says in Twitch, she says, try Halifax and Nova Scotia, Canada for fog. This past week it's been shocked. It's been shocked in while surroundings are sunny. Got some great practice on the instrument landing there in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, instrument landing manual is great fun. I've always enjoyed it. Mr. Nigel, 700. Fire B&B Parts, Flying Midge, Renewable Drop. No, not a lot. Nighthawk. Johnny C. Wild Titan there. Then we've got Sir Nigel. Got someone on the ground there. Obviously prepared to take off. Now I should really get back to the cockpit there. Studio Sierra, Air 64 CDN, and a few ahead. Let's get back to the cockpit because you know what? The danger is I can stuff this up. So our speed is good, everything's fine, we're on profile, nothing bad's going to happen. That's what that is, folks. I see buttons there, down there, can we? Not quite. No, I'll have to get another camera for the joke. Let's get the old camera action here for you, folks, so you can see for the landing. There we go. Happy days. Happy days. Okay, so checklist. We are now past 10,000 feet. Safety belt signs are on. Landing lights are on. We need some oxygen there, that was off. Approach mode, let's put the approach mode on now for, just to be aware. Approach phase, not approach mode, approach phase is on. Slowing down now. Slowing down to 210 knots. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Almost 2,000 feet to go. Safety is on, radio set, speed 210 knots, slowing down now to 210 knots. Landing lights are on, taxi lights are on. Ground spoilers arm. auto brake as well. Let's put the auto brake on my physical controller here. It'll only go to medium. I'm going to put it to low because it stops on the runway, which is very annoying. We're all good. The only thing I got to remember is to have approach mode armed when I'm going to capture the ILS. That is this button here. Otherwise, it'll go down to 2,900 feet and just keep going. If you don't hit the approach mode button, it's going to be a pain in the neck. That's not to be the last day I flew this. And it bothered me greatly. Mr. Nigel, in the Citation 700. Change your barrel gripper sim. Well, it's really when we get to a transition, and if you're a transition is about 6,000 feet. You can see here the transition 6,000 feet. You're absolutely right in saying that. So transition altitude 6,000 feet. But if we're cleared to 6,000 feet or below, we change it. So I'll do it now. So QNH is, let's just refresh the weather here. QNH is 1006. So let's do that. It's a bit messy. 1006 once. It's going to beep at me now. 1006 twice. And 1006 thrice. Changed it a little bit there. QNH now is set. Thank you for the reminder though, Paimichi. And we're landing. But I missed the comments there. I probably did. I may have missed some comments there. Bear with me now and we'll have a look. Let's do a quick gas. Matt Hawk says he sees far too many people around. Yeah, it's busy. It is. There's a lot of people floating around here. The skies do look amazing, don't they? Real time is beautiful, says Flying Michi. Nothing in comment there. Excellent. So barrel is set. And all I have to do now is hit approach mode. And then the schedule, of course, landing gear, flaps, all that kind of stuff. So let's have a look here. Flaps 1, 230 knots, or 215 should I say. Let's say 215 there, flaps 1, and that's the spoilers, isn't it? Or not the spoilers, but flaps 1. Flaps 2, 200 knots, flaps 3, 185, full flaps 177 knots. So we're doing a full flap landing today. Let's get the time, that golden hour moving. There we go, now we're in the golden hour. That's it. I'm going to declutter for viewing purposes. We've got a bit to go here before we turn. I won't hit approach mode just yet. I want to see it coming in here in the ILS. Let's get LS mode in here so you can see. So there it is, the identifier in the Oscar. The frequency is 110.1 and we're 16.9 miles out as the crow flies. Turn down the music a bit. Change the track to something a bit more relaxing. Let's get some eye candy in before we get there. Let's switch off my camera. Where are you? Okay, I'll take off the camera and my face just for the moment. There we go, that's better. I'm waiting down that direction where the sun is. Somewhere. That's good indeed. So the recorder's on. We're going to have a recorder of my manual landing. Passenger view. So we'll do JA next week. And then after that, when Colonel King comes back, we'll start the world tour flight again, folks. For sure. This model here you get from flightsim.to. Apparently, look, it has all the Aer Lingus stuff here. And the seats, you know. He's done a good job. Whoever did this. And that's exactly what the cabin looks like. So, well done to him. Over to that. get to the front here and pay attention to our landing. Good. I was going to fly the 737, but I think I just know the Airbus better. I haven't flown the 737 for quite a while, you know. Yeah, we're going to Edinburgh first, and then we're going to Leeds, Bradford. Now we're still descending. We've got a nice long final. I don't like turning at the last minute into the ILS. There it is there. It's a nice long final to the runway. Our turn's coming up now. Let's have a look at the ILS. There is the diamond. So we're going to come in from below the glide slope. You always want to come in from below the glide slope. And that's we want this diamond up here. You know, it's going to go up here, then it'll come back down. And then we get the localizer in here in the middle. Then just gauge the autopilot, and let's hope everything will be fine. So I'm going to arm it now. No, or not arm, but I'll activate approach mode here. Ground spotters are armed, seatbelts, those smoke signs are on. All good. A few hills here. Runway's down here somewhere. Watch those hills, folks. Gonna take a turn right down here. The airport's down here, so there's Edinburgh itself here. There's our turn, final turn. Let's watch us come onto the ILS. So when you're flying blind, so to speak, your eyes are in here only until the last minute. So we're below the glide slope now. It's going to level off at 2,900 feet. Give an inch set. Final QNH check there. 1006. 1006, 1006, and 1006. Look at that. What's over the main? Is that? They're like quite low. Like we're low to the ground. Really? Isn't it? Now let me check the glide slope. I made the mistake here one day. The glide slope is... Where is it? 3 degrees. That's the standard, so I expect about 700-800 feet a minute. Excellent. Okay, that's good. Here's a runway. All lit up, lovely for us. Let's activate approach mode now. Cat 3 single. We've got the localizer. And just in time. Look, there's the bar there. It should start descending now. Miles out, flaps 1 coming in. Speed checks, flaps 1. Let's get the cameras. I'm going to get my seat position here now. We'll have a look at the replay. Let's get the cameras back on. There we go, feet on pedals. Maybe it's a tiny bit more. There we go. Seven miles out now. Takeoff's 2. Oh, put down the gear. Aircraft slowing down. Still green here. Gears down. Oh, 3 greens. Permission to land. A little bit fast at the moment. Brakes out here. Brakes here just to help it. And because I've used the brakes here, I have to rearm the spoilers here. And we're coming down to our speed. Flaps 3. Speed checks. Flaps 3. Full flaps 177 knots and speed checks full flaps now. There we go. And let's disconnect the autopilot. Oops. Autopilot off. Autopilot's off. It's my airplane now. Yeah. Stop beeping at me. Nice inside. Gotta concentrate now. Easy. Just want to finesse it. Good headwind. Very subtle crosswind, not much. We're good. So my eyes are just looking here now. Just here. Now it always brings me in too high. Okay, so fully configured. Gears green, gears down, full flaps. Mission to land, we got the pappies. As you can see, I'm not using the side stick. Hands on throttles. Direct headwind, 400 feet now to go. I was going to say minimums now shortly.
100 above.
100 above minimums, no the nose. On visual now.
Minimum.
Continue landing. I'm taking the power back always. I'm taking over power. See, it gives out with the glide stuff. That's not right. I think you know that. That's the throttle gone now. Steve will have a throttle on.
30. 20. Retard. 10.
Center line. I've got the center line there. Yep, that was wheel down. Really gentle braking. Reverse on. And reverse off. 60 knots. And we're off on the high speed exit there. That was okay, but I just didn't quite get the center line there. You've no feeling in the sim, so I'm not going to shoot myself. Auto brake off before it stops me. Disarm the auto brake. And we're good. Flaps up. We're going to come to a halt now shortly. Flaps are coming up. There's the spoilers. Spoilers are coming. I have to disarm those. There we go. Let's come to a halt and clean everything up. Get parking. And get the brakes. So, yeah, okay, so parking back on for the moment. There we go. Flaps up. Flaps are up. Disarm the spoilers. Oh, you missed them. Okay. Oh well. Spoilers are disarmed. Auto brake is disarmed. Lights. Let's get those lights off. Taxi lights should be on. To taxi they are. Why turn off lights? I don't know. Put those on. Strobe off. Beacon stays on. Wing light can stay on. And logo can stay on. That's it. Oh, I leave that wing light on just for viewage purposes, folks. Now let's go to the checklist. After landing checklist, spoilers are disarmed. Flaps are retracted. Engine mode selector set to norm. Oh yeah, you should have that on actually. Start ignition in case something goes wrong. Landing lights are off, strobe lights are off, anti-ice required, APU start. So we need the APU to get to the gates to do the turnaround. APU master on, give it 3 seconds, and start. Excellent. Brake temperature. Let's have a look at the brake temperatures. Do we need the brake fan on? Let's go to brakes here. Flight controls. No, it's not. It's in wheel. Wheel. Okay, they're alright. No lights, but let's put the fan on anyway. I think that's hilarious. It's very well done. If I zoom in here to the brake, the wheels here. Right. Listen to that sound. I put it on. Pretty cool. Didn't say we had to put them on, I just thought I'd show you that, that's all. I just think it's interesting. Transponder and TCAS. Standby. 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 Taxi APU is on. Yeah. Elevator trim. Takeoff setting. And we'll do all that before we go. Taxi lights off. That's when we get to the gate. Okay, let's pick a gate. Let's have a look and see where we're going first. I'm not going to ask flights at this time because it's a pain in the neck. It looks like there's a gate in here. There's 2 gates here. We'll hop it in there. Oops. Brakes off. And let's move. Okay. We'll have a quick look around Glasgow. Just scroll with those. There we go. There we go, Flux. Welcome to Glasgow. Nighthawk says, I may have stretched out my approach a bit. That's okay. Keep going, go percent. Don't stop. Come on. Come on. Go. And we will take somewhat further down. It looks like it's going to be 29. Is there someone in that one? No, we'll go to the next one, which looks like 28. That's us. Get that yellow line in between our legs there, folks. Can I see movement there? Those people sitting in the restaurant, look. Wow. Look at them, they're slightly moving. That is really very cool. That is very atmospheric, I have to tell you. Look, they're just sitting there chatting. That's very cool. Glasgow. Very well done. Very well done, folks. That'll make Glasgow. Park brake on. And let's get the nothing's going to go near the aircraft with the beacon on, so we got to shut stuff off. Now I haven't gone through this particularly, but I'm not going to shut anything down purely because it'll mess up the replay. So let's have a look at the replay, shall we? I'm going to put the flaps back down because that's where they were. It doesn't record most of the things, you know. So put the flaps back down and we're going to have a look at the replay. Then we're going to take the break. So stop recording, replay. Pause replay. It does go crazy.
Terrain ahead.
Let it load. I missed messages there. Davos says, I see 2 float planes at the gate. Yeah, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Resume replay. Let's have a look now. Here we are in the replay. Let's have a look outside. Gears down. There is that Glasgow down there with those big tall communist-like apartments. Yeah, that's they did that in the 70s to Glasgow. Can you believe that? That's what they did. They did that. That actually happened. It happened in Ireland a bit too. Those ugly, you know. Now you should put the camera here so you can see the touchdown. And we'll have a few views. Usually I do this view. Then I'll do a view from the ground perspective and then passenger. The last one will be the ground perspective, so if you're standing at the side of the runway. So it was an okay landing. I was a little bit to the left of the centre line, which, look at, what can you do? What can you do? I usually have a look at the side, so we'll do 3 or 4 of these. Clearly not Edinburgh, as Stuart Love says. That's Edinburgh, isn't it? Hoorah! Howard Do Aviation, how are you? I'm not too bad. Stuart Love says it's clearly not Edinburgh. Oh God, have I got to the wrong place again? I got to the wrong place. Got to the wrong place. I got the touchdown markers, I think, though. Sorry, I think I got the touchdown markers. Just to add air after. We'll float a little bit. Well, way off the centre line. You know, I didn't want to start messing around with the controls. There's a Vision Jet, we know who that is. Now we'll have a look to the side. And we'll do that replay from the side. I parked on top of one flying niche. Oh yeah, we're all parking on top of each other. I may have parked somebody, I don't know. There's a view from the side. A little bit disappointed with the whole central line thing. What are you going to do? I was slowly getting onto the central line, but I didn't get there soon enough. It doesn't record the reverses, unfortunately. Let's have a look then at passenger view. Screen here. Yes, I can. Passenger view. Now, the thing with the passenger view is you have to switch off the damn lights. Sim settings. Cabin lights off. This just doesn't look right. You know, I want this wing here. So we're going to have passenger view here. Let's go back a bit. Zoom replay. Let's see if my Toby's working again. Oh, it is. So, got a little bit of action there with Toby. Yep, got that working again. Let's get the mouse out of the way. Is that Glasgow, folks? I don't know. Better be. Because if it's not, I'm going to be displeased. What river is that in Glasgow? What's that called? Around the cabin here. Favorite view of all flight simmers, right by the wing. As you know, it's getting dark now very quickly. So I'll make it daylight a little bit brighter for the view side of the runway. There we go. That's what you see. Very smooth. Seems very smooth. Isn't it? Black Knight's with us. Greetings, Black Knight. Says apart from being slightly off the central line, it was a pretty nice landing grip. But thank you, Black Knight. 344. But is it Edinburgh? The V button here. Oh, you have to be in the cockpit for that, do you? Come on, Edinburgh. There we go. Pop box shot. And the last view. So this is my favorite view, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to add a bit of daylight here. A bit of daylight, and we're going to pause that. I want to get to the point where it actually touches down. This is the point where it touches down. Oh no, that's awful. Right there. I'm going to move the camera to the side of the runway. Here. Human height. Zoom the camera a bit. And what I do is I'm going to go to camera here. Switch off follow mode and switch on drone lock mode. That way, with the recorder, follow the aircraft. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's get it from stay here. Zoom replay. Let's zoom in, shall we? Ah! No! What have I done? Oh, I've done something stupid. What was that? What was that? I have to reset the cam, folks. I hit something on the Xbox there. And it gave me this view. It's not what I wanted. Sorry, folks. I'm going to do that again now. So I mashed the buttons on the Xbox controller there. So I'm going to pause here when it touches down. Do that again. Okay, move my camera into position without mashing all the buttons. Go back to the camera, see it resets. Reset the camera. Unlock that, unlock mode on, boom, and go back a bit. And zoom replay. Now please, can I zoom in? There we go. Let's zoom in, so zoom out. There we go. Thank you, Siggy125. First time chat. hey ho to you. Thank you for joining. Do follow us. You're watching and you're kind of, if you find yourself, okay, looks smooth enough, no? Isn't it? Although it looks, it just looks fast, doesn't it, as well? You know, looks a little bit fast. It's a little bit fast coming in, but we're at 140 knots, you know? There we go, folks. So, what's going to happen? I'm going to go back to the gate. I'm going to go back to the gate, and it is Glasgow, says Copy D. Yeah, I doubt myself, because it has happened before. Remember, I landed in Marseille, and I was going somewhere else or something. Copy D says, as you said, it would be not Marseille. Yeah, that's it. He said, not Marseille, Toulouse. I think I was going to Toulouse or something, I went to Marseille. It happened. It happened. I admit it. I admit it freely. You know, I admit it freely. So what do you say, folks? We take a break, and we're going to go from here. We're going to. It's not going to be half an hour getting everything ready, because it won't be a half an hour. And we're going to go to Leeds then, Leeds Bradford, folks. So take a little bit of a break. Segi says landed 747. Yeah, it's not very realistic yet, though. You know, but we're on a schedule here. So go for it. Let's do that. So, folks, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Now's the time to go and get some snacks and maybe make a cup of tea, and it's exactly 5 minutes, so I'll see you very, very soon.
And now, let's enjoy an intermission. We hope you filled your snack bar full of tasty treats to eat and drink. Perhaps a tempting tasting hotting dog, or a thirst-quenching sugar drink. Some fresh crunching popping corn perhaps, or an assortment of sugar-coated sweetness. Even enjoying a sickness stick. We've plenty of time, so visit your snack bar now. See now, Mr. and Mrs. Barker enjoying and gorging on the lovely treats with their lovely children. You could be doing this too, you still have time. And for those of you tea lovers, let's have a look at some tea-making tips. Yes, the most important tea-making tip, of course, when you have time, is to use the right mug. Yes, the right tea mug is always the right way. Look for the GripperSim tea mug. Yes, it makes your tea taste 20% better. Now, don't worry, you still have plenty of time to make your cup of tea. Mrs. Ainsley Creetrap, what do you think of drinking a cup of tea from the GripperSim mug as opposed to the normal mug?
Lovely. It's not everyone who can make a good cup of tea.
Splendid, Mrs. Ainsley Crabtree. Now, here are the ladies discussing the 6 points of making a good cup of tea, and of course the GripperSim mug will be included. Which number will it be?
Can I remember them? Of course you can. Try now. All right, here goes. Number 1.
Mama, see the GripperSim mug?
Always use a good quality tea.
Yes, of course.
Good. Number 2. Always use freshly drawn water, right?
Number
3. Remember to warm the teapot or urn. Everyone knows that one. And number 4. Measure the right quantity of tea for the amount of water in the pot. Very good. Number 5. The water must reach boiling point. Pot to the kettle, not kettle to the pot. And the last rule, number 6.
Here we go.
Let the tea brew for 5 to 10 minutes.
Damn your eyes, woman! God bless. GripperSim tea mug.
Where does it all start? Sometimes here, with an acid stomach, or here with tense, upset digestive nerves. It may even reach here with that fuzzy, achy feeling in the head.
Are you suffering from intermission anxiety? It's the acid tension trouble triangle you're suffering from. Yes, now there's a new anti-intermission liquid, Peptus Liquid Elixir. It will break that bothersome intermission trouble triangle. This fast-acting liquid has no need to wait for it to dissolve as it's in liquid form. With unknown ingredients, it will settle acid in your stomach and those nasty intermission blues. Side effect of Peptus may include constipation, skin rash or dermatitis, diarrhea, dizziness, drowsiness, dry mouth, severe migraines, insomnia, suicidal thoughts, abnormal heart rhythms, internal bleeding, cancer, loss of sexual appendages, funny walk syndrome, loss of hair, reddening of the hair, big red nose syndrome, whitening of the skin, unusual voice patterns, childish behaviours, a propensity to blow up balloons, death. Break that intermission trouble triangle with Peptus. Yes, Peptus available somewhere.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big time.
Ingredients include chemicals derived from petroleum,
butternut,
preservatives including sodium benzoate and sulfur dioxide, no nuts included,
milkshake,
including wood pulp and duck feathers as fillers,
payday,
including propylene glycol, carcinogenic flavorings, including trace elements of starch, strychnine and lead.
Topped with Hollywood's super rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
And now a word from our esteemed producer. Such kind words. And now back to our normally scheduled programming.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, so I got some work to do. So I said we'd have a look around Glasgow, right? Didn't I? I did say that. I did. Quick look around Glasgow. Where's my mess? There it is. Oh, go away, whatever that is. Now, so I look up when they have just slight movement. See that? They're moving to the terminal there. They're having their dinner there. Susan and Barry there having their. He's having a bit greedy there. He's a bit greedy. He's saying, "Look, I have a lovely steak. You only have a Coca-Cola." And he's no knife and fork. He's a. Yeah. I don't know. That looks bad, doesn't it? She's not allowed to eat anything. She's just on her own there. Wait for her friend to come back. Or me, probably. There's. See, he's more generous with the other guy. She's got something to eat. Yes, and there's Bob there. He looks distressed. Oh God, the days of wearing suits, folks. The days of wearing suits. Ugh. There's more folks there. It's just great the way they have movement in the terminals. That's all you want, isn't it? Just going up to the gate there. It's just remarkable. See a bit of movement there. You know, as you're sitting in the cockpit. Very, 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 very well done. That makes all the difference, you know. Very detailed, you know. It's extremely well detailed. Glasgow here. It's got the Holiday Inn here. You know, it's got all the stuff and things. There are 2 holidays. Does it have Glasgow printed on the side of the wall here somewhere? Glasgow Airport. Lots of buses and things and stuff. So yeah, Glasgow, folks. Glasgow. Really nice. Okay, let's get planning. Alright, so first of all, let's get my flight plan in. We're going to get rid of him. We're going to go to sim briefing here, and also I have to change our little thing here so you can see how long it's going to take. Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot and to Echo Golf November Mike. And okay, so you see up here now at the top of the screen here, it's changed there. It should have. Yes, it has. Excellent. Okay, so new flight plan. Very straightforward. Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot, we're leaving, and we're going to Echo Golf November Mike. Hopefully the weather will be worse than Leeds. I don't know, we'll have a look. Airbus A320, and we're using the Fenix. Let's go trip actually. Boom. Just straight line. You know, what's this going down here to Blackhill? And that's it. That's all we need. Let's generate that flight. And that's it. I'll load up into the sim. Next is, let's get our plates ready. We have that. Great, that's where we are. Very nice. We've got all the stuff, things, transition altitude 6. Right, okay, so let's get this in. First of all, however, what I did not do was I did not send you the PDF file there. I'll send it to you next. Just I'll pin that there at the top again. Let's pin you up to the in this message. I've pinned it. I'll pin it on YouTube. Boom. And pin. I presume it'll replace the other one. Replace pin message. There we go. Excellent. All good. Now I've got to write some stuff down. So, oh, there's no star. We'll just have to wing it then. We'll worry about it in the air. Okay, so we are leaving with the SID of November Oscar Romeo Bravo Oscar 1 Hotel. Our altitude 23,000 feet, line level 23. Flight level 230. And that's all we need for now. If you want those waypoints there, just click it in there. See it. Alright, so let's go to first of all you have to load in all the wind data. So let's go to my flight. I wanted to load a new one. Import next flight. Here we go. Check the weather. QNH is 1006. 1006. 1006 is already set. Good, good, good. Okay, let's get a flight plan in. This won't take long. Formats. No, let's go to flight plan here and do that first. Oh, okay, I didn't go to init. I've got to go to init and load the flight plan from SimBrief into the flight management computer. Vruden the Great's with us. He says, can't fly, brother. The wife won't shut up and the sim is wrecking my nerves. He also says, just stopped by to leave a like, Blue Sky Pilots. Thank you, Vruden. Thank you very much. Vruden the Great, good to see you. I just was thinking there, the break, guys. There's a flight plan loaded. I was thinking during the break there, we'll go back to GA next week, okay? I think Sunday's always GA, isn't it? So we'll stick to the GA. We load up on a Colonel Clinks. Very interesting flights. How about that? 2-3, flight level 2. So next week we're going back to GA, unless you specify otherwise. Do you know? Which is fine. Flight level 230, great. Okay, so let's go to our flight plan then. Flight plan here. Let's get our departure at least. Departure. We're departing runway 23. 23. And we're using NOR. Let's go down. What is down? November Oscar Romeo Bravo Oscar 1 Hotel, that's the one. I just dropped the Oscar. There we go. That's it. I'll have you. Now for the arrival, however, it didn't give me any. So let's plug in runway 32. ILS runway 32 and see what happens there. So there's no stars. Let's insert that and see what we get, right? So we're going to go to plan mode. Let's have a look. Let's zoom out a little bit. 40. Let's have a look at that. Might have a discontinuity, but we can fix that. Boom, 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 boom. No brakes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there's discontinuity there. Now, here's we go. Right, so it's we don't have a tower, we don't have the radio, and usually it is affected. Hi, Nigel, how are you? One of Colonel King's old plans would be great for next week. Okay, Nigel, that will happen. So we're going to go here. It's going to be direct. I could put a grip. I could create one here, but let's just go with that. So we'll go straight to here. But that's a big turn, isn't it? That's quite a turn there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a waypoint after Paul, right? After Paul, I'm going to add a waypoint. So I'm going to create a waypoint first. So let's just get, let me think here now. Let's zoom in a little bit. I didn't want to have to do this. Let's just go direct. We'll worry about it in the air. Let's just get moving. We don't have time. So I'm going to remove the discontinuity. Clear. Boom. And that'll join them up. I hope. Didn't. No. Like that. Okay, a little bit stumped there with this. Okay, look, let's just take off. I will worry about that. Alright, because we gotta go. Alright, that's the real world. Back to flight plan. Okay, good. Let's go to performance then, and let's get our weights. First, let's go to performance then. Sorry, let's go to init. Init, next page, init. Scruffy weights, etc. Let's load that up. I'll go as quick as I can. Load aircraft. Instant. Excellent. 123 people. Leeds isn't very popular today. Okay, so 55.9, I rounded up. 55.9 at 30.6. 55.9 and 30.6. 55.9 and 30.6. Fuel. 55.9 and 30.6. 30.6, good. Done. Let's confirm everything. Good, that's that done. Let's go down to performance then for our V-speeds and get our V-speeds done. So we come out of here, boom, into departure performance. We are taking it from runway 23. Surface is dry, flat config 1, no toga. Oh, do we need toga? No, we don't. Packs will be on, yeah, fine. Load that, load the weather, calculate, and it'll tell us if you need toga. No, we don't. We are flaps to tank 68 and flaps down 1. Also flap 30, 35, and 35. 130. God. 130. 130. Because we're lighter. 135. 130, 130, and 135. Excellent. Flaps down 1. So flaps 1 down 0.1. Boom. Flex step 68 degrees. Boom. Fahrenheit obviously. Great. Next phase. Good. Good. Climb. Yeah. Cruise. All managed. Great. Descent managed. I've approached me, worry about that when we get closer. It's going to be a quick flight, so I'm going to be on the ball here. You know. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's get the everything's still on. The engines are off. We need the APU bleed. There we are. To start the engines. The APU is running. Now we need to get the passengers, get all the stuff and things away from the aircraft. Let's go into my flight then. And no, it's not ground surfaces. Excuse me. Let's get rid of the ground power unit. The chocks and cones can go. I'll stay there because we want the pushback. Let's get the pushback here. So we want our, let's just see here now. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's go back to arc mode here. Let's zoom in a little bit. We want our tail to the left. Let's start the pushback. No talk available. No talk available, eh? How are you supposed to get out? Let's use the airport. Turn to ground. Ground services. Request pushback. Okay, he's on his way. Okay, let's get the brakes off. Brakes off. Let's get the engine started. Let's get engine number 2. Let's go to start mode and engine number 2, please. Then we'll be pushed back. It's a little bit of a bug here with the old we've kind of left, we're magically going back, so we want to go to the left here. Let's just go back a bit more. That looks like the, what is that aircraft there, folks? We're going to go back a fair bit. Engine number 1's kicking off. That's all good. I'm going to try and get close to the yellow line there as possible. So yeah, next week back to GA, folks, because I think that's what you expect on Sundays, isn't it? So let's just keep that going. I actually was quite selfish because... stop, please. Legs back on. And we can go away. Engine number 2 now. Let's kick off engine number 2. Number 1, should I say? I mean the second engine. It's kicking off. Engine number 2 is available. Engine number 1 now is kicking off. Excellent. We want flaps for... We want flaps 1. I have the flaps full there. So we'll put it down to 1. Let's arm you. Get the brakes armed. Ejector takeoff. Max. We don't need the brake fan anymore. Good. Alright, both engines are now kicking off. Excellent. Do hit the like button, folks. How many likes have we got on YouTube? 15 likes, 17 watching. So do hit the like button there, folks. I know some of you will probably have gone off now because I know it's a school night tonight, isn't it? Fly Me just says about a year ago we've done a float flight in Alaska though, through mountains and landing in the coastal waters. Not a bad idea. Alaska, yeah, okay, Alaska could be a good one. We could do that. I find it an interesting one, do you know? Okay, both engines are up and running, brakes off. And we'll worry about the rest as we taxi. I'm gonna go to the right up here. And we're off. How would the sim sounds? Do you see here the sim sounds nicely there, folks? Are they too low, too high, or anything like that? Let me know. Okay. We're going to 23,000 feet. Oh, God, I'm going to be fright. Give me a fight there, folks. That was Fly Michi. Fly Michi, you're so generous. He's gifted a tier, a sub tier 1 to Spasmos. Thank you, Fly Michi. You're very generous. You've given loads away to folks and things with these subs. Thank you so much. Hats off to you. Let's check if we have things on here. I kind of skipped a lot of stuff here. I can go on. We don't need the APU anymore. APU's coming off. Don't need the APU bleed either. And taxi all the way to the end of the runway. Let's just make sure we're not backing ourselves into a corner here. Yeah, all good. All good, folks. Checklist. Probe heat, window heat, it's on, it's fine. Heading indicator, it's fine. Standby instruments, they're fine. Radios and avionics set for departure. We're not using many radios here. Everything is set. Autopilot, we leave that off at the moment. Flight directors are both on. Auto brake is set to max. Elevator trim and controls. So it's down 1 on the elevator trim. So let's see controls here. Let's just look at the window, make sure we don't crash. Trim down 1. Down 0.1. There we go. Done. And of course the controls are all working, of course, you know. It is a simulator. Do you know? There we go. Coming to the end of the runway. I'll add a little bit of power, we'll taxi a little bit faster. Taxi lights on, park brakes on, okay, good. For takeoff checklist, park and brake, we'll come to a stop before we do all that. And we'll check everything's good. So, yeah, everything's done. Everything's good. Airbus is actually quite remarkably easier than the 737. There's just less to do, it's just more intuitive. But sometimes the Boeing 737, I find, you know, it'll actually capture the glide slope and descend without you having to hit approach mode. So they both have their pluses and their minuses. I just fly the Fenix. I prefer the Fenix because I know it more. That's all, you know. So I'll get back in the midweeks when the winter comes doing the 737. You know, who knows what's going to happen in the winter. I'm going to, you know, hopefully have time to get more things happening with the channel in general, you know. So thank you, Flying Michi. And who else was there? Flying Michi, thank you. Oh, I didn't want to do that. With Flying Michi, gift to tier one, sub 1 just there. Stewarter, resubscribed Prime for 2 months. Thank you, Stewarter. Who else do we have? Oh, easy now, Gripper. Easy now. Easy. We got a few followers. Off X Drago followed, and C4 M3 or ONXT. I'm going to call you C4 if that's okay. Also we had, who else? LCF Dog also followed about an hour ago. So there you go. You're going to use the whole runway. And that looks like, let's tack up here and see who's still with us there. Come on, tack up. There's Slime H there. There's Nighthawk. I'm gonna be polite behind this guy. Let's keep it real. Look at that. Okay, Flying Mitch, you can go whenever you're ready. It's a big traffic jam, folks. Keep it real. I'll add a little bit of power to this Flying Mitch. Then the others are gonna go. I'm adding a bit of power here. Let's keep moving. There goes Flying Midge. Nighthawk's next, there to go. A few others. How cool is that? So I'm going to try and catch up with Flying Midge. I might add a bit of power. See how we go. There goes the others. Goes Nighthawk. I can't see the tag, sorry folks. That's the, who's flying the Honda Jet there? It's come to me. Oh, I'm going off the side of the runway, great. And then when Falcon's gone, I will come to a halt here and we'll get ready. Last quick brief there. So I'll just gently come to a halt here. Park brake on. Okay, park brake on. Flight instruments are checked and set. Good. 22,000 feet are set. Let's hit the constraints button just for shits and giggles. Signs on. Do I have the signs on? I should have the signs on. Oh no, I don't. Oops. Gotta slow stuff down, don't I? Engine instruments good. Takeoff data, V1, VR, and V2, they're all set up. Nav equipment, landing lights on. Come on, and make it easy for me. Come on, give me the up arrow. No. Come on. Up. It's a bit tricky there. Strobe lights on. Oh, come on. It's on all those that'll do. Cleaner heat, anti-ice, transponder, and everything else. Flaps. Flaps are set. Flaps 1, transponder. Transponder is on, and TCAS is on. And let's roll out onto the runway now. We've got 10 flaps set. Park and brake off. Let's go. Come on. Don't worry, folks. I'll catch up with y'all. Clear right. Clear left. Line up and wait. Okay, takeoff, flex, takeoff. Let's get my seat position here. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to 50% power. I'll release the brakes, then go to flex power, and then 1500 feet. I'll take the power back to climb, and we'll retract the flaps and gears as we go. That's it, folks, and let us go. So 50% of the power. Come on. And flex to check. Flex set, I think. SRS, set climb runway, and autothrottle is blue. And we're passing 80 knots. Just before the stick. Until about 100 knots actually. Coming up to V1. V1. Rotate. We go to 15 degrees. Nice and gently, not like a lunatic. There we go. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. It's coming up. Click on the autopilot now. .160 knots. Oops, there we go. There's ARH64 CDM. Yeah, let's get back to the cockpit. We've got more to do. Set. Power set to climb. What's our speed looking like? It's looking good. It's coming to 180 knots. Let me take the flaps up then. Excellent. So I'll take the flaps up. Look outside. And we're good. Off we go. To Leeds, folks. Looking for worse weather. You know? But what can one do? There's AR64 CDM taken off. And we're good. So let's zoom out so we can see what we can see and get the after takeoff checklist out of our way. Okay, so climate checklist, thrusters are set to climb. Autopilot is on number 2. Taxi lights off. And transition altitude, we set 6,000 feet. Let's switch to standard now. So let's say we're clear to 6,000. A constraint to 6,000 feet. Let's go to standard anyway. Let's assume we got the permission to climb above. Come on. Standard 1, standard twice. We leave the center one on QNH 1006. That's done. Our next job is 10,000 feet, folks. So it shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to be quick here now. It's 197 miles to go, right? So let's get to our performance here and get our stuff in, at least some numbers in here for our arrival, like the QNH, etc. Right? So what we can do here is just to get ahead of things so I can read the comments and have a chat with you all. Let us go to my flight. Let's go to our arrival. November Mike, which is Leeds. 1009 is the QNH down there. So I'm going to put that in standby here. Maybe you should have the current QNH. I'm just going to put it in here just to remind me. 1009. Let's not be too strict about it. It is a simulator after all. 1009. 1009. Temperature. I'll read the weather to you here. So, Echo Golf November Mike. It was issued on the 16th at 2100 hours, 2150 100 hours Zulu. The wind is 230 at 8 knots. That's at 6 feet. Or 6 meters. Visibility is 10 km or 909. That's in meters. Scattered 33,000 feet. Temperature is 13.10 and the QNH is 1009. Okay. It's temperature 13. Good. Kinetic wind, we said. Oh, I didn't know the winds, did I? Let's just put that in. We can do that as we go. Let's load the winds. 230 at 8. 238.8. Boom. Looks good. And minimums. Let's get the minimums in. Let's go to level graph. Cook-off. Cook-off November Mike. Leeds Bradford. Confirmed. Approach. And we're coming into runway 32. ILS. Take this one here. Good. So our base 3,000 feet. Fine. Minimums. 762 feet. 760. We're class C. So 762. 762. 762 on the bar. Boom. Let's have a look at the comments there. I see some more coming up. Davo's off, I think. Have a good one, Davo. You're going to... I can't pronounce that. Llusive. First time chat. How are you? From Elusive Saja, I'll just say. You're going to... No, we're going to Leeds in England. That's where we're going. Lima. I'll call you for short. Is that okay? Tits forward. Gotta go, Gripper. Up at 4 a.m. See you next week. Stay well. Thank you very much, Tits, for following along. I know some of you got to go to bed, and I understand that entirely. You know, because it is a long stream, isn't it, on the Sundays. Speed limit exceeded. Why is the speed limit exceeded? Why did it do that again? So, 10,000 feet. Why are we going above our speed? So what have I not done here? How have I balls that up? We're on climb to tent. Right. On climb. Slowing down now. It does that sometimes at the sim. Do you know, just accelerated past 250 knots there. I think it's just a little bit of a bug there. But look, if in the real world you'd be keeping an eye on that kind of thing, wouldn't you? There'd be two people in the airplane, you wouldn't be chatting, look at the comments. I don't need to make excuses. So, there we go, that's 40. I'll do, where was I? Okay, so we got our minimums in, happy days. And I looked over at the chat there. Is the recorder on, says Copy D? Yes it is. Oh shit, I just stopped it. Shit. Record, it doesn't matter, we're only doing the landing anyways, the Copy D, so it is recording. Yeah, I thought of that during the break. I just didn't get to take off now, that's the problem. Because I stopped and started it again. What a pain. Okay, so what else have we got to do before we hop outside, folks? We have to just put the fuel on here. There we go, lots of fuel. Boom, boom. What else have we got to do? So there's our approach. That's pretty much it, really. Well, after takeoff checklist as well completed. Yeah, we're well good. We're well good. So we are now, if you go into flight plan, we have now 172 miles to go. So it's a little bit of a run. I could accelerate to catch up with everybody else. You see, there's everyone there, look. Let's hop out and say hello to everybody. Let's actually switch. Let's get rid of my face for the moment. There we go. And hop outside. We have. There's lots of other people flying with us there as well. TC Sierra still with us. There's some new people there. Smirky Ivy is definitely with us. Smirky Ivy, welcome. I don't know, your name obviously on the chat is obviously different than your flying. So that's you in the Vision Jet. Never raised there. Never aged is with us as well, it looks like. There's 2-3 Sierra. So we got some new people, which is great. That's what we're looking for. Baza. L6 is with us still. Ghost Rider is with us. ARH64 CDN, no, not a lot. Who else do I recognise here? Nighthawk, Flying Midge. I hope I'm not missing someone new. I just don't know who you are yet, do you know? So we got a few still with us. Who's behind us then? Anyone behind us? TC Sierra. There's when you would drop behind in your mama. Happy days. $10,000 feet, which we kind of missed there because it was outside. Let's go yourself. And what the? Oh, it's so annoying. I have to switch the beacon off first to get the stove light on. Come on, come on. Why can't you just make it easy for someone sitting in the left seat? Do you know, it's very frustrating. Just see, I know I have to move the whole thing. No, I know that if I can do that, it's easier. But it's still doing it. It's just gone crazy. Okay. Anyway, lights are trying that we don't need you, and we don't need you. You're off, and you're off. Happy days. Control space and put you back to your original seated position. And a little chat from our friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while you left it to now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Folks, give me a second to be a little bit of silence for about 10 seconds. Stand by. Cockpit there. Outside view. A little bit loud there, isn't it? There we go. Nice footage there. It's not your bad clappy D at all. No, that was my bad. I switched it off like an idiot. But we're recording. So back to GA next Sunday. And then the Sunday after that, we're back on the road tour. I hope. Okay, so we're golden. Let's do a little bit around the cockpit here. Yeah. 141 miles to go. Let's have a go. So we're going to have a problem, aren't we? We're having problems, folks, because there is discontinuity from here to here. So let's add in a waypoint. So I'm going to add Paul to 5 miles north of no. Let's go to greater waypoint here. I'm going to call it waypoint grip. I want it after Paul. So I'm going to use Paul, which is here, POL, as a reference. Right, that's the place. The bearing from Paul is going to be 140. And the distance, 8 miles. 8 nautical miles. And enter that into here. Store it. Right, so I've made the waypoint. So I have to add it, the waypoint grip. So back to the flight plan. Go back down. And put grip. Below Paul. So I hit that button there so it'll go below. Enter. Oh, I've stuffed it up. I put it before. Not, it's not as far up as I would have wanted. Let's get rid of grip. Let's do it again. I should put it here. Let's go down. Let's create grip again. I think you can push it in like this. I'm guessing, right? So we've got our bearing, which is 140. Oh, Paul is gone now. Shit. Where is it here? Let me clear this. Let me get my head together here. Let's get rid of this continuity here. Right, so clear him. There, I got Paul back. Right. So we'll create another, we'll call it grip 2 or something. Grip 2. I'm going to redo it again. G or I P. I think we can do it this way. Slash bearing. No, that's not going to work. No, I don't think. I'm just guessing. Grip 1. Right, we're going to put that after Paul. We're going to use Paul again. P-O-L. Give me a QWERTY keyboard any day of the week, folks. Right, just a QWERTY keyboard and I'll be pleased. That's our reference. 141, wasn't it? 140. 140 slash 10 mile. Let's say 12. Okay, let's put them in here. Store. Back to flight plan. Scroll back down. I'm going to put grip. 1. Here. Oh. Just got to our altitude there, didn't we? Okay, let's just make sure we are not going to be in trouble. Spending way too much time. A bit of I'm just not fluent with it, you know. I tell you what we do. I will do it. I started, so I finish. Grip 1, wasn't it? Sure, it was there. Paul and grip 1. No. Damn it. So maybe here then. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button. Nope. Nope. Brain fart. It's very confusing. So put it here. Oh. We have a raid, folks. Is that a raid? 36, the Shadow Display Team is back. Greetings, Shadow Display Team. We're just adding in a waypoint there. I put in grip 1. That looks nice because the flight plan didn't really have everything in for us. So I was playing around with that. Now it's not like a turn. It's going to be a nice turn in. It's going to be 90 degrees, but we'll do it that. So now we just delete the discontinuity there. So clear. Enter. Now it's a little bit more reasonable. Now I should have gone maybe 15 miles, so or even 20, but that'll do. That'll do. So it's no harm to do it every now and again to create waypoints because you forget, you know. Also, I was going to accelerate a little bit. That'll stuff up for flight plan. 104 miles to go. We'll let's increase the speed. 315 knots will do. Pull towards me. So that's down arrow. Now it'll start accelerating. you can see it's on accelerating now to 315 knots. There we go, folks. Let's get the cameras back on. So, Shadow Display Team, are you with us on the North European server? Or hop outside and have a look? Oh, here's Buttons. Buttons wants things to happen. Buttons is perked up, folks. Hello, Buttons. Hello, little dog. She's getting a little bit antsy because it's been 2.5 hours, isn't it? She thinks I may have a treat snuck. She thinks I may have something snuck away, you see. That's what she's doing, because at the beginning of the stream I have one hidden, don't I, Buttons? And you think I have one treat in my pocket, don't you? Don't you? She does. She does. So, yeah, hello to... I got distracted with Buttons there. Shadow Display Team, rated with 36 people. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button or the follow button. Or the like, what's the equivalent on Twitch? Hello to Dougal. Dougal McTravish. Hello. Also, hello to Shadow Display... No, that's everyone from the Shadow Display Team. Hey ho. Test Pilot 72. Hey ho. Welcome all. Good to have you here. There was another little bing bong there. Oh yeah, we got a follower there. GAS. I know it's a clever acronym. Gasu Maximus. Gas Eus Maximus. Can I call you Maximus 72? What's this Buttons? Buttons wants. You know what she wants, folks. The Buttons, that means I have to leave the room for 10 seconds to get you a treat. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Will I give her a treat? Maybe I won't give you a treat, Buttons, this week. You want an extra treat? Okay, we're going to have to get Buttons a treat. So I'll literally be gone out of the chair for 10 seconds. Right? So I have to... Don't worry, I'm have to get her a treat. As proof. Yeah, yes, I'm wearing my jammy gloves. I'm back in 8 seconds. Buttons. Right, sorry, I'm back, folks. If I don't give Buttons a treat, that stream will not go well, as you well know. Come on. Oh, ow. There you go, Buttons. She grabs my hand with her paw. Thank you, Buttons. You have to get a Buttons cam, folks. So, where was I? Maximus, hello. Maximus 72. So... Yeah, that's Flight Sim. Don't worry. Don't worry, the show isn't ended. We're going to land into Leeds, if it's the last thing I do. I'm very annoyed. But will the recorder allow me... No, it won't. No, it won't do all the computer stuff you see with the recorder. That has stopped. So I was hoping I could actually reload it up with the recorder. Let's try that and see what we get. I doubt it, though. That's very annoying. The way Microsoft just quits like that. That's maybe, I don't know, the third time that's happened. That's sad. And they're bringing out Flight Sim 2024. And they haven't got this one sorted out yet. What is that about? Do you know? I'm just going to moan now until it loads. I'm just going to moan a little bit. Because I hate... Because, you know... What do I thought Buttons stood in something, but she didn't. She's there happily... You know, she used to go behind the cables, but she can't anymore. But that's very annoying. Do you know? And the problem with Flight Sim is there's no save. You can't save your position. You can't load. Like, I'm thinking the old one you could save every now and again. It would be clever if they, you know, even if they had a situation where if it crashes, it would save every now and again, so you wouldn't have to have this issue. Do you know? But we're going to land in Leeds. I can't just put it in the air because it's... You've got to do the whole thing, basically, is what I'm saying. You do the whole flight again, and I can't do that because it's late now. But what I know, Black Knight's like, ah, man, what can I tell you? It's Flight Sim. We'll try this. We'll see if we can save this, right? I'm going to save that. And let's just see what happens. I'm going to call it grip. Right? I'm going to save that recording. And I'm going to load the recording up to the end and see what happens. But I know for a fact it's not going to load in the flight plan. You know. Because you're not on the ground and it's just... It's very annoying. How can they bring out 2024 when it's in this state? Do you know? I'm moaning more because it wouldn't really matter if I was on my own at home. I'd just go to bed. But since I'm streaming, it's even worse. Isn't it? So yeah, I mean, there's so many things, like, you know, they haven't implemented this one yet. Like, first of all, I know I keep saying this pretty much for the last few weeks. You know, like, friction is important, you know, on the runways. Is it snowy? Is it icy? Is it wet? Is it grass? You know, you'll stop sooner on asphalt than you will on grass. And when you land in grass, actually, it's like landing on asphalt. There's no accountability for simulated surfaces. You know, so I'm surprised with the 2024 thing when this thing happens. But I suppose I have to tell you, computers have always been like this, haven't they? All computer games always have had crashes since the beginning of time with regards to computers. I think who invented crashes? Bill Gates? You know? Bugs. I know it's tough. Everyone's gone off now. They've all gone to bed. Is Leeds famous for everything, says Nighthawk? Not that I'm aware of. Welcome all. About to see Gripper descend into Leeds. I know, I was looking forward to that. I was in the place. I was relaxed, in the zone. I was way ahead of the airplane, wasn't I? Way ahead of everything. And it did that to us. I tell you what we'll do though. If I'm presuming this thing I'm going to do is not going to work, right? But we'll wing it. I'll set it up for approach. See what I can do. Pause it maybe. Set it up for approach. Or at least we get the approach in. And we get to replay the approach, manual approach into Leeds. I've had that. What time is it now? It's 23:30. Yeah, we would have been there before, you know, 12 o'clock. What are you going to do? So sorry, folks. We're going to finish though. We're going to finish. Apparently the loading times in the new sim it's going to be much more improved. That's what they say. But who knows? Alex please says, feels like I jinxed you. No, not at all, you didn't. Not at all. It's just, it is the way of Flight Simulator. You know, such a sudden crash. I mean, what could have happened there? It's not a memory item. It's not a memory problem. Or is it? It very rarely crashes on me, doesn't it? It's quite rare. It's quite rare. So just sit here and wait for it to load. She's Bonsa's happy there. She's got to get out now soon. Black Knight says, ah, yes, but it's essentially what's wrong with Microsoft Windows. It's, sorry. He says, on YouTube, ah, yes, but it's essentially what's wrong with Microsoft Windows itself. The lack of information about it, the crash. More versions after 7. Sorry it happened, it sucks. I know. What can you do? No point to crying over spilt milk, really. We'll still get the landing in. But it breaks up things a little bit. Because we're doing well. You know, the turnaround went very well. No bugs, no problems. Do you know? Very quick. Quicker. But next week we'll continue on with the GA. Because if it did crash the GA, we'll just respawn there. Isn't it? It's easy enough. Just use the slew key. And everything's fine. I'm very tempted, folks. While we're waiting here, I'm from the Elite. Remember Elite when it first came out, and then Elite Dangerous came out there a few years ago. Let me pause that music because it's getting mixed up with Flight Sim music. So Elite Dangerous and all that kind of stuff, Oh, here we are. I'm tempted to have another day in the week because it's going to get darker now. I'll have more time in the winter. If you've looked at Starfield, have you seen Starfield? Have a look on YouTube. Starfield. Now Leeds. So now let's play. Let's see. Let's just load up in Glasgow here, right? or anywhere. Let's try this. So we're going to Leeds down here now. Where's Leeds? Where is Leeds? Where's all the group here? Where are y'all? Oh no, not lots there already. There's Ghost Rider coming in, see that? So I'm wondering, can I spawn on someone here? Let's spawn on renewable drop, right? And just see what happens. Because we won't be able to load up the flight plan. It'll be a manual approach, is what it's going to be. Northeast of Manchester, that's I spotted it there. Thank you, FlyMeG. So let's see what happens here when I spawn on somebody. Let's get my arm out of the way, get the controls back. Spirit of St. Louis. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. We'll pause. Okay, let's get some daylight. Oh dear. Okay, that's the Toby kicking in. Let's hit F12 there. Yeah, see, nothing's switched on and all that kind of stuff. So what we can do, however, let's load up. See, I can't just hop in and load it, you know. Or we can load or replay. Let's try this replay. So that's where we were. Right, so we've gone ahead to where we were. But unfortunately, nothing is going to be in here. Can we switch? I paused it, right? So let's switch on. We need some power somehow. Let's get the batteries on. Let's decided to change the time here. Batteries on. No, we've absolutely no power at all. Not even the batteries. I want to get in here to get the load states, you know. That's what I want to do. Even master, come on. See, nothing will work. Nothing will work at all like that. So, I have a plan, right? I have a plan. The show must go on, folks. Do an auto start. Nah, I don't think it totally works, does it? What I can do is have it in Leeds on the ground and slew out, and we just do the approach, right? A manual approach into Leeds. So I'm going to just put it here. If you put it on the runway, everything started up, you see. And I'll slew it. I'll move it forward. I'll slew it, and we'll get an approach in. At least. So what a pity. What a pity. I gotta think of something to say now when it's loading. No updates from Fenix yet. There's supposed to be an update coming up. And where's PMDG with their electronic flight flag as well? I was wondering. Okay, fine. Right, you want to play it that way? Let's just set a bit of daytime here. Right, so is it started? No, I thought when you put it on the runway it'll have it started for you. It used to. I need some power. I want that on. That light should go off now. Okay. Config. It should be in here somewhere. If I recall. this is infuriating. MCDU. Maintenance? No. MCDU. Atsu. Moves config. So you can have it, the cockpit set up. I can't recall where that is. Nope. It's not in maintenance. No, is it in here? Nope. Or is it? I'm thinking of the 737. Can you set it up here? I need the start state. Nope. States. Panel states. Okay, I was thinking of the 737. Turn around to APU. Ready. Activate. There we go. I'm thinking of the 737. So, how about we do a circuit? We do a circuit. There's all the boys coming in there. And look at that lovely crosswind landing there. Look. Lose that. Tag up. What is that? Very nice. They're very hard to land across them. Well done. That was a nice crab, whoever that was. Come on, computer. I just asked you for the panel state to start. Tap to import from the same settings. What's going on here? Panel states. Activate. Oh, come on. It's not working either. Panel states. Turn around but APU. Activate. Nope. Okay, let's just kick it off. There's no power at all, do we? It's not giving us anything really. It's like it's bugged out on us, folks. It's like it's absolutely bugged out on us. Oh, God. Control E won't work. I probably have to set up the gate. I'll just get the engine started very quickly without doing any flight planning. I will do a circuit. That would be a bit of fun. And then we'll end there. We have to end the stream in a landing of some sort. What a shame. That's what I got. Where are you? There you are. Get that set up. Come on, flight sim. 32 knot crosswind, very nice. That was a very good landing, whoever did that though. Kicking off the recorder here now just to be sure. Okay, so we're at a gate, maybe then it'll give us some luck. It's very actually quick to start it up if it's in the right condition. Let's just get some daylight going here. Let's make sure we got the live weather. Good. Let's get those batteries on now. External partners on. The batteries be off. It's bizarre. Is it absolutely going crazy now? Let's just get the engine started really. I'm not getting any power to the panels now, folks. Am I missing something here? So the batteries are off. I have external power. Nothing. Getting late. Afraid I had to go off now. Good night, everyone. Yeah, we'll just have to end it here, folks. I don't know why. It's just nothing's booting up here at all now after that crash. Do you know, I may have to reset the PC. Right, I may have to reset the PC. So, apologies for that. What can one do? Let's see if we can get any of the boys. Let's say hello to the boys and see if you're still there. There's not a lot. New will drop. Thank you very much. ARH64CDN, thank you. So I don't want to bore you. You're all at the gate. We get this done on a Wednesday stream. I know these Wednesdays is going to be hit and miss because sometimes I think I'm not flying in the real world, and then I am, and all of a sudden, and then I can't do the stream. So I'll get to the Wednesdays if I can. I'll give you as much notice. But it is on Wednesdays to stop. Sundays are good, as you know, except for Microsoft crashing. So I think everyone's gone off there now, I'd say. But thank you everyone for following along. It's just I can't see all your tags there, you know. But thank you very much. We're back to GA next week. If this was GA now, we wouldn't have a problem. I just flew over to you. We can continue the stream. But Microsoft has crashed and ruined my lovely stream. So folks, thank you very much for coming on board. I'd like to thank the Shadow Display team who rated us. Thank you to Gas and Maximus who followed. I'm trying to make that up. Gaseous Maximus 72. Flying Michi who gifted a tier 1 sub to Spasmon. LCFC Dog who followed. Stewarter, thank you very much for resubscribing Prime. And Off X Andrado as well. And C4, thank you very much, C4. Have I missed anyone? Maximus, Shadow Display Team, Flying Michi, LC Dog, Stewarter, Off X Drago, and C4, and the Shadow Display Team. Thank you very much. I won't keep you up any late. It happens. Things crash, don't they? So folks, thank you so much, and I'll see you hopefully Wednesday. I can't guarantee it, but certainly next Sunday I will do GA. So folks, thanks a million for putting up with the crazy madness. I'll put my buttons to sleep now. To bed. Oh God. I'll put buttons to bed at her outside, and I will see you certainly next Sunday. Certainly. So folks, thank you very much for putting up with the madness. I would see you all there again. Thank you, Copy D, as well for your help, and I'll see you then. Ciao, ciao, folks. Thanks a million.